every generation faces storms. But today, something different is rising. Across the world, the youth stand as the largest generation in history. Here in the Philippines, they make up nearly one-third of the population. Yet despite their strength in numbers, many feel unheard, uncertain about tomorrow. Still, a spark begins to glow. Young leaders are stepping forward in classrooms, communities, and online. They prove that hope can break through the darkest skies, that voices once quiet can shape a nation's future. They say the youth is the hope of the nation. But when it comes to participation, hope sometimes meets frustration. Long lines, chaotic crowds, the heat, the waiting, and the question, is my voice even heard? For first-time voters like Lindri Ayag, the dream of making a difference collides with the messy reality of democracy.
It was very exhausting and stressful, also very bugot.
Stories like hers echo across the country, reminders that participation isn't always easy, but it is always worth it.
Good evening, my name is Lindri Ayag. I am 20 years old. I am in second year college, major in English. Exhausting and stressful also because you have to find first your 302-B ingana. And dili siya nimo makita dayon, especially if you are first pa din mo mag-vote. And ano po siya kanang very bugot, kanang magsingit-singit sa pila, and yet dili siya malihok or like mapansin dayon because daghan kay tao and init po siya.
For 20-year-old college student Lindri Ayag, voting for the first time was both empowering and overwhelming. The long lines, the confusion, the heat, they tested her patience and spirit.
Happy po kay some of the people that I voted na daog. Some kay wala. Pero katong na time is wala pa din kay ko na like wala pa na ko siya na feel jud ba kung sa jud ang feeling nga mo na akong mga na-vote ay na-vote o katong mga wala na ko i-vote na daog sila wala pa kay na ko siya na first hand jud na feel good pero karon na feel na jud ako nga murag some of them disappointing kaayo. Some of them po kay marano po di mo na pride po di mo ba na nag-vote mo sila.
That experience, though difficult, taught her something deeper. That responsibility and awareness are at the heart of democracy.
Choose who you vote, especially kapag mga persuasive kayo lang mga campaign, but dili po nila ma-attain ang ilang mga message or like ang ilang gusto na doon sa people. So, choose wisely good before voting. Dili ka magpadala sa mga friends na kapo ilang i-vote because family, so vote wisely.
Her voice, one among millions, became the symbol of the youth's courage to show up, to care, and to stand for what matters. And she's not alone. Across the country, millions of young Filipinos share the same story. Tired yet determined, uncertain yet hopeful. Together, they form a movement that is quietly reshaping the nation. In recent years, the Philippines has witnessed a surge in youth participation. Not just in online discussions, but in actual decision-making and the ballot itself. According to the Commission on Elections, the 2025 polls recorded an 81.65% voter turnout, the highest in midterm history. Analysts say that this unprecedented rise was driven by both millennials and Gen Z, who now make up more than 60% of the voting population. Among them, nearly 20 million are Gen Z, casting their votes for the first or second time. From social media campaigns to volunteer drives, young Filipinos used every platform available to spread awareness and encourage participation. They discussed policies, questioned leaders, and promoted issue-based voting, a clear shift from personality-driven politics. From TikTok trends to campus forums, they transformed conversations into collective action. And in doing so, they didn't just influence the outcome of the elections. They changed the way the nation listens. Political observers now call the youth the deciding force of Philippine elections. A generation that no longer waits for change, but chooses to become it. And yet, behind every statistic is a story like Lindri's. A reminder that every vote begins with one decision: to care enough to participate. To understand this growing wave of youth involvement, we turn to a young leader, someone whose experience reveals a different side of what it means to believe in change. For youth student leader Jerome Eduliantes, participation began like planting a seed, small, uncertain, but full of
My
hope.
name is Jerome Eduliantes, and I am 18 years old. I have so many organizations. So first and foremost is the SEED, or the Students Environmental Alliance of Davao. This is an organization na nag-focus solely on making our environment greener, na mag-protect, mag-preserve sa environment for future generation. Recently lang kay na awarded ang SEED sa Linhaw Awards, nalagag na awards sa sector sa education and advocacy. May program sa SEED nga anang Environmental Youth Congress nga ang tumong-ani is gather ni og youth leaders here sa Davao and mag-session ni and session, first day session, second day is mag-tweak ni og resolution, and that resolution kay validate na mo ang i-debate, and after sa deliberation kay ipasa siya sa 20th City Council. The main objective dun sa SEED is to promote sustainability. The second one is the Jezabel Philippines. So, ang Jezabel Philippines is same siya sa SEED environment. However, ang focus sa Jezabel is the Bajau community. Ito sa Bukana, and it's more on marine ecosystem preservation and protection. And karon lang is nag-conduct ang amuang org o Davao Young Leaders Congress. Deliberate niyo og mga youth leaders yapon, not just in Davao City but also in Davao region. So, ang top 25 kay mo na siya ang best of the best na nag-appeal sa ito ang Davao Young Leaders Congress. So, next is karon kay ako, former junior official of City Environment and Natural Resources Office or CENRO.
What started as a simple involvement in community work soon grew into a deep commitment to advocacy and action.
So in Davao, katong Davao Samal Bridge Connector Moto na ay mga coral reefs nga naapektuhan because of construction of bridge. Moto na advocate ni nga ihunong pangapuan since pandemic of kalikasan or kaning correct resolution or kana paper sa Supreme Court or mga step ng libuhat to really make an impact for environment. So, and karon lang is nag-conduct ang amuang org leaders congress.
Through his organizations, from SEED to Jezebel Philippines, Jerome has led initiatives promoting sustainability, youth leadership, and community development. His efforts, though quiet at first, began to ripple across schools and local communities, reminding others that the spirit of change often begins with the courage to simply start. But the path hasn't always been easy.
Mo din yung word nga giingon atong ubang staff dito mga bata lang man mo, wala pa mag-what diri as to ang nakandak ni among sa among AYC or Environmental Youth Congress sa ganyang palungsod. Then they went at the first to discuss me, then nag-run through me, nag-logistics ko, ana, busy kay mitanan. Then naatoy time, ako ang kauban, si Shea and si Z. Kay, ipato sila sa office, sa secretary, sa Sangguniang Palungsod. Then, dooperan sila sa isang ka-staff dito o kanang place para sa dito na mo, kay, na may place no. So, mga itong i-opera sila. Nila ko pa to ang katong nag-offer. Kanya ang uban staff, is, ko sila sa Kashaya o kay Zip. Then, niana to ang mga, mo din yung word na giingon atong uban staff dito mga bata lang man mo, wala pa mag-what diri as to ang nasunod. Mo itong a word na ageism is being insinuated na elderly are more superior than youth and youth are inferior. Mo ito nga time na ang mong AYC kay kanang nakuan siya, kanang rakasad siya.
Jerome admits that there were moments of frustration, times when others dismissed him, saying they were too young, or when support felt out of reach.
However, wala ta na mo gi-mind ng mga things and continue to sa among making of impact sa atong environment and among event protection.
So, he chose to keep going, believing that leadership isn't defined by age, but by purpose.
Though you will, if dili man mo into environment, make an impact in which different endeavors for education, environment, child's rights, or even sa social media by sharing, informing, not just sharing of false information, but informing with fact-checking. Mo na sa kanang make an impact, but on your own.
Through his journey, Jerome reminds us that creating change doesn't always need a grand platform. It begins in simple acts, choosing truth, standing for what's right, and believing that even one voice can matter.
Nag-consider sa youth as redundant or walay pulos. As what Dr. Jose Natasha Rizal S said, na youth are the pag-asa ng bayan. So, we the youth hold the torch to make our future better and make our tomorrow brighter. So, kung maingon sa mga ay katong mga tao nga nag-ingon nga walay pulos ang mga youth is, no, I don't believe you.
This message goes beyond encouragement. It is a call to action. A reminder that even amidst doubt or refusal, the youth carry the torch that lights the way forward. Their stories, it shows us that when young people speak up, hope takes shape. When they act, the nation moves with them. And in every effort, no matter how big, no matter how small, lies the power to build a better tomorrow.